Mijn naam is Lex Bergers en ik stel u graag voor aan iemand die pas in Soest is komen wonen. Onze Adam is namelijk onze gast. Hij woont sinds april van dit jaar in Soest. Hij kan nog niet Nederlands spreken, maar wel uitstekend Amerikaans.
My full name is Adam Atkinson and I am from San Antonio, Texas, USA. San Antonio is about 45 minutes south of Austin, Texas, and about 5 hours south of Dallas, Texas. So it's kind of in the central, closer to Austin, San Marcos, New Braunfels. I traveled in Texas, but I always just went back to San Antonio, went home. That's what I considered home till I came here. But my wife is Dutch national. We met when I was 20 and she was 40. We've been together 18 and a half years. After high school in Texas, it took a while for me to find out what I wanted to do. I met my wife, and then I was a federal driver, professional driver, and I was driving for the IRS, the government.
Huh?
I drove for 12 years, and then I became a professional photographer, and I've been a photographer for 7 years. And then I came here, and I am a photographer here now as a freelance ZZP photographer.
ZZP. Yeah.
ZZP.
Yeah, ZZP. Okay. Then you came over to the Netherlands. What was the reason that you came to the Netherlands?
I came to be with my wife and mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was sick, so we felt it was time for us to come and start a new life with my mother-in-law and continue my career here as a photographer and try new views, new people, new country, new way of life, just everything, start from scratch, as well as take care of my wife and mother-in-law.
Okay, it's a big change.
Yes, it is a big change. The people, the environment, the government, the water. The water is delicious.
Over here?
Yes, Soest. The water is delicious. That's one of the first things that I noticed when I got here was how good the water is. It's very clean and clear and sweet. Also, the traffic, the people, the food is delicious. Everything is very happy and very tranquil here in Soest. It's very hot and grumpy in Texas.
Grumpy?
I believe in Celsius right now in Texas is about 34.
Yeah.
If you look at Christmas morning in Texas, it is today a high of 17.
Okay.
You know, this is Christmas morning. Very, it rains here more, but it's okay because in Texas it doesn't rain at all, hardly. But when it does rain, it rains really heavy and it's flooding as it is right now. A lot of people are being rescued with the flood and the water. So it's on one extreme, it's flooding and dangerous and people are getting trapped in their cars. And the other extreme is here, it rains for 5 minutes and people are riding their bikes.
Yes.
So.
When you arrived in Soest, what was your first impression?
Very colorful. The land is very lush and green, very flat, but also the buildings are very colorful. The people are very eclectic or colorful. Also, there's different cultures and diversity, and you have Turkish people, Indonesian people, Asian people, Americans, and the Dutch people, and everybody's working together. Another thing I noticed as a photographer, as I shoot maklars
Yes.
in the States. So as a real estate photographer in the States, here I noticed the architecture, and the architecture was very historical, very traditional, stylish. There's new architecture and then there's old architecture. There's the ancient and then there's the modern. And in between it's colors and just everything is very colorful. Everything pops. I see how things are different, but things work. Perfect example is stop signs. We have stop signs at every corner, and if not stop signs, we have stop lights. Here, there is no stop signs, but it works. It's how do I say? It's almost like the country trusts you to take care of yourself and other people. So there's no stop signs. People watch out for cyclists. People watch out for cars and people walking, dogs. That's another thing that I noticed too, is that the country takes care of its people. I noticed it too. I noticed how my girlfriend, being a Dutch national, she has certain benefits for being a Dutch national because of her age or her status in life. Whether you're unemployed or not working, or physically unable to do certain things. The government takes care of the people. Also, for example, the gym. We have a gym. We have a gym membership across the street, and they seem to take care of the elderly people, but also take care of the kids. So there's special programs for the elderly people, special programs for the kids. So it seems like everyone's taken care of here.
How does the society in Soest take care of you?
They understand that I'm a foreigner, and so they understand that I'm not going to be able to do certain things as a Dutch national. Speak the language, for one, know the culture and understand the culture. But as long as I meet them halfway and show the Dutch people that I can meet them halfway, where I may not know the language, but I'll try to learn certain words or learn how I can't just cross the street.
Do you know already some Dutch words? Can you show some of your language?
Yes, one of the first things I learned was ik spreek geen Nederlands. Ik spreek door Engels. Waar is de toilet?
Yes.
Ik hou van jou. And I tried learning Dutch through a app called Duolingo, but it was teaching me Dutch in the wrong way. It was teaching me things that I didn't want to learn. De olifant leest in de krant. I need to learn ABCs, my numbers, the days and colors, not if the elephant or aardbei. Okay, I need to learn. So I was learning things that I didn't want to learn at first to start. I wanted to learn, how are you? Alles goed met jou. Goedemiddag. Not the elephant lays in the krant. So I stopped using that app, and I took the time off to figure out how I want to learn Dutch. So my girlfriend's been my wife's been helping me, and I found another app, Babbel. That way, start from scratch. Yeah. And also, I'm looking for kids' cartoons to learn.
Oh yeah.
So Sesame Street in Dutch.
Of course. Yes, of course. We can learn.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have already some friends here in Soest?
Yes, I try to make friends everywhere I go. Try to meet people and learn different cultures. So whether I get Turkish pizza and shake their hands and try to meet friends there, or at Jumbo, we have a membership at the gym. So I shook some hands and met some people there and add them on Facebook. So I try to make friends wherever I go.
I heard from your wife that you've been to the Oude Ambachtenmarkt.
Yes.
What's your impression about this market?
I liked how it was very. It showed traditional ways to make things. There was a wood carver that used a foot-driven lathe to cut. A lathe is a device that turns the wood to make shapes. And he looked like he was in traditional Dutch outfit, as a carpenter.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting, and also the cheese. It's cheese everywhere.
Do you like this cheese? Dutch cheese?
Oh, I love the cheese. I can't have enough. It's good. we buy the wheel.
The wheel,
it's very good.
Right.
So everything is cheese. You want cheese with cheese?
You like the old cheese or the young cheese?
I like the older cheese.
The older cheese.
I like it. Yeah. So I like the older cheese, and I like to buy the Bellingen. Cheese, and shred it and put that on the salads.
Okay.
Everything. Also, we met a friend at one of the shops in Soest whose wife rolls cigars.
Mm-hmm.
So we met her there, and it was nice seeing, just smelling the tobacco leaves and seeing how she rolled it by hand and cut the tobacco, the cigars, and also the music. The music it sounds what I expected. A lot of accordion.
Okay, you've been to the palace.
Yes, the palace. Yes.
Zag.
Yes. The palace. We went when it was during the jazz festival.
Okay.
And ate oysters and took a tour of the palace and took pictures, lots of pictures, and then we sat outside and listened to the jazz music while next to the fountain from the pond.
Yeah.
And I was able to walk around the palace and take pictures, and very, very beautiful. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything royalty, and I've never stepped foot into it. So to be able to walk inside of a palace and
royal palace.
Yes, exactly, and touch the walls and walk the same land that the queen did and the king. That was a once in a lifetime moment. So I loved it.
What can you tell about the things you are missing here in Soest?
What I'm missing is the food. Texas is really big on barbecue and tacos because it's a border state. So Mexican culture is really, really big in Texas. So I do miss the food, and I miss the food, and I do miss the music. But
what do you mean the music?
Country music.
The country music.
Country music, loud country music. A lot of the people have their music playing really loud, in the cars, which is it can be bad, but it can be good because you can hear different music. So I do miss the music. I do miss my friends that I've met as a photographer.
Here in Soest or
in Texas.
In Texas, yeah.
I do miss some of the people that I've met as a photographer because I also photographed discotheques.
Yes.
Okay.
Discotheque.
Right.
Yes.
So I met a lot of people there. So but it's okay because I'm meeting new people here. So I miss brisket, but I love lumpia.
What's the difference between those cultures?
I think the Dutch are more open-minded. Mm-hmm. They are open-minded to a lot of things that Americans are still very conservative about. Right now, a lot of the United States is having a hard time with gays and lesbians, where there was 2 gay flags at the tower in Amersfoort. Yesterday, the day before, Amsterdam had the parade. So here, that lifestyle is more accepted. People don't care. We were watching TV and there's a couple. A commercial was for, I think, a cell phone company, and the first 5 seconds was 2 guys kissing.
Yeah.
And so I like how the Dutch are more open and relaxed mentally and spiritually. Where in the States, people are still, you can't do this, you shouldn't do that. So. It can be refreshing to come here and knowing that more people are accepted.
What is your dream?
My dream is to be a well-known photographer, where if someone sees one of my images, they know that it's me, and they know my work, and they know what kind of work I can do. That is what I want to be. That's my dream. I don't dream of being a millionaire. I don't dream of having lots of money and cars. My dream is to make good pictures.
Beautiful pictures.
Yes.
Of people? Or?
People, places, things. If I can't shoot people, I'll shoot a drop of water on a CD, or I'll go to the nursery. What's it called?
Nursery.
The
Vaderhoogte.
I'll go there and I'll take a picture of a bee on a flower, and I'll make a print and I'll put it on my wall. And if I can't do that, then I'll go to dunes, take pictures. My dream is just to make beautiful pictures, no matter where I'm at.
Okay. pictures of beautiful things in Soest.
Very much.
What things of Soest do you like?
I like the houses. I like the houses, how the houses have character.
All houses in Soest?
And houses have character.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I think they have character. In the States, everything is bigger. So there's a 4,000 square foot, 5-bedroom, 2-bath house, 2-story, but they all look the same. And after a while, they all look the same. You come here, and there's clay tiles, there's there's clay roofs, and there's hay roofs, and then the houses are smaller, but they're taller. And I like the architecture. It has character and style and tradition, but it's still modern. Like the house that has a hay roof has Wi-Fi, So I do like taking pictures of that and the train. And I just think that everything, I guess I see things differently. So to me, everything has beauty. So where I see there's a train behind the windmill, that's the cafe. At the same time, there's a house that's older and it's got, the brick walls with the hay, roof, and then the roads. And I just, so far, I like everything. And then the trees and then the dunes. I love the dunes. So
Soester Duinen. You like it?
I love it. It looked very post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Very, how do I say, end of world.
Yes.
So you take that picture in black and white and it looks like a desert.
Okay. Thank you for the interview.
Oh, thank you.
That's very nice.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay. U heeft gekeken naar een aflevering van project 142. Tot de volgende keer. Till next time.